Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Felicia Chatter, and this is my partner, Fallon Ladd. And we are here to present our PowerPoint presentation on improving parental and family involvement in the secondary school setting. This is a study that was conducted on the campus of University of Montevallo in Montevallo, Alabama. And the instructor of the course is Dr. Courtney Bentley, and the name is EDL 692. Action Research Proposal.
You should just read straight from them.
Okay, we can recut it. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, when I did the 5 minutes, it went long enough. Those 5 slides was just 4 minutes. I was trying to add something.
I'm gonna make y'all blooper reel too, by the way.
We don't have to be. Okay, but I'll just start right here. Okay, hi, my name is Felicia Chatter, and this is Fallon Ladd, and we're here to present a PowerPoint presentation on improving parent and family involvement in secondary schools. This is an action research project which began on the campus of University of Montevallo in the course EDL 692 with Dr. Courtney Bentley. Statement of the problem. This proposal envisions an inclusive education system in Birmingham City Schools where students are supported and inspired to learn in a culture of high expectations in which parents are welcomed, respected, and valued as partners by the school community. The proposal also influences parents to become active in their child's learning and development and are supported with resources and tools which enable them to participate in school life. According to the Continuous Improvement Plan developed in October of this school year, Woodlawn High School showed a strong weakness in the area of parental and family involvement.
This is a photograph cartoon. This is a educational cartoon that was selected according to our study, and it states, or this is a picture of 2 students at the school bus stop, and they're conversating about the importance of education. The statement states, But if you don't learn to read and write, how are you ever going to teach? And we thought that this picture was appropriate for the research presentation that we are presenting today.
Okay, our next slide talks about the school context of a whole and how it is made up demographic-wide. Woodlawn High School has a current population of 1,000 young adolescents composed of ages 14 through 21. And that was our latest statistics in October of 2011. 80% of the school qualify for free reduced lunch, which has resulted in the school receiving much needed funds to assist with supplemental classroom resources and technology. Woodlawn has a steadily increasing dropout rate. The student demographics include over half of the graduating class is first generation. High school graduates from families in which generation poverty is already an obstacle. In addition to the schools having students from 5 Broadway public housing communities, many of them come from homes headed by a female. Contributing factors for high absenteeism include low parental involvement, gang activity, teen pregnancy, unemployment, and inadequate health care. Academically, an average of 10 students per class is proficient in the area of reading and writing. Although the school consists of generally one socioeconomic level, which is primarily low-income African Americans, each student brings a diverse background and a set of personal experiences to the classroom.
In the Birmingham City Schools District, it is evident that only about half of the students are receiving help with homework outside of school. In understanding the African American culture and the dynamics of the African American family is essential to understanding how African American children learn. And this quote was taken from one of our references, Richardson, 2009.
So considering the context and the problem of the school, here's our hypotheses and questions as well. This study seeks to understand how parents and other family members can be included as active decision makers in a culture predicated on high expectations for all students. thus often seek answers to the following questions. How can we support the involvement of parents in classrooms? What opportunities do or should I provide that will enable parental involvement to have a positive effect on my students' learning? While parental engagement is widely understood to be vital for the success of students, it is also acknowledged that we need to know more about effective means of engaging parents in learning, particularly those parents who are hard to reach. Recognizing that parental involvement and engagement is an important component of student success is the first step to improving learning. When schools, families, and communities work together to support learning, children tend to do better in school, stay in school longer, and enjoy school more. This was taken from one of our resources by Chen and Gregory, 2009.
According to the research that was reviewed in this study, we have listed some of the contributions of the literature and the gaps in the literature. According to Joyce Epstein, PhD of Johns Hopkins University, she has developed a framework for defining 6 different types of parental involvement, and they include parenting, communicating, volunteering, learning at home, decision making, and collaborating with community.
Most teachers believe that students do not want their parents involved at the high school level. However, in the research that we have studied, it shows that high school students would rather teachers communicate with their parents directly than through them, the students. And this is something that was researched by Ramirez, 2002. Parents have significant impacts on students' learning and developmental process. Fan and Williams, 2009.
Also, according to Lloyd Smith and Barron, 2010, administrators in the field are aware that parental involvement levels decline as a child progresses through school, and that there are many challenges associated with implementing parental involvement strategies at the secondary level. Gonzalez, DeHaas, Williams, and Holman, 2005, also contends that parental involvement has been linked with higher academic achievement in a number of contexts, which includes the attitudes of students, homework preparedness, and high goals for future education.
This is the methodology, a summary of the methodology we use to conduct our personal study of parental involvement in our school. The participants were parents and students parents of 9th grade and 10th grade students and the students themselves. 74 surveys were distributed, 32 surveys were completed and returned. The students were in regular education, special education, or a pre-advanced placement classroom setting. Data collection strategies included the participants were asked to answer questions regarding their children. The surveys were handed out in grades 9 and 10 in the Birmingham City School District. Demographic information was also collected, such as parent education level, marital status, socioeconomic status as determined by the qualifications for free and reduced lunch, and other children in the household. This sample was chosen to consider factors pertaining to parental involvement at the high school level and classroom setting. The duration consisted of, really began in September of 2011 and continued on to March of 2012. During the months of October and November, staff information and training was conducted. Parent academy programs were organized. Expectations and roles and responsibilities were distributed. During the months of November and December, information and outreach to parents and clusters regarding the program and volunteers with cluster parent seminar committees were held, and information briefing packages for new board of trustees were given out. During the months of January through March, those months basically we just focused on parental information meetings and workshops for the parents. In April and May, we looked at, again, took a closer look at our data and reviewed it and analyzed for our own conclusions.
The instrumentation that was used to conduct this study Teachers created a self-reported survey as an instrumentation to collect data to measure parental involvement in the study. The survey contained 7 simple question items measured on a scale of 1 through 10. Each question asked parents to give honest responses about their attitude towards improving parental involvement within the family, school, and community.
Data analysis. Most of the participants somewhat agreed that they have time and energy to attend special events at school. As indicated in previous research, the educational level of the parents played an important role in involvement in school-sponsored activities. The parent education level was considered in terms of activities attended. Events included back-to-school night, parent-teacher conferences, IEP meetings, field trips, open house, etc.
The data includes, or our findings in the data include, our data indicates that as the parents' educational level increased, the frequency of events attended increased as well. The parents feeling comfortable and welcome at the school were also believed to be a factor in parental involvement. As more parents felt that they were welcomed at the school, the more events they attended. Finally, the researchers considered if the student's classroom placement affected the events attended at the school site. It was somewhat surprising to find that the child's classroom placement did not yield a significant difference on the events attended.
Conclusion. High schools are lacking the active participation and encouragement from parents to assist students with their transition into post-secondary education and or the workforce. While analyzing all the information that we were able to compile for this literature review, we were able to find data to support either side of the argument of whether or not parental involvement closes the achievement gap of minority students and their white counterparts. Schools should create an environment that is hospitable to parents and families to ease the tension.
Another factor that restricts parents from involvement in schools is employment hours. The research continuously shows a difference in the traditional family and discusses the barriers that keep families from being able to attend school-related events. Whether one is a parent or an educator, we feel that it is essential to be a positive role model.
There are several contributing factors that keep parents from involving in their children's education, but schools are initiating programs that meet the needs of the non-traditional families of the students we serve today. And that concludes...
No slack.
Sorry.
All right, the implications. In our school action plan, this research study will help Woodlawn High School identify strategies and increase parental involvement. The connection to our continuous school improvement plan is students whose parents are closely involved in their child's education and monitor their progress perform better in the classroom setting.
Some areas of further research that we think will be interesting to conduct are increasing English language learners' parental involvement and increasing the involvement from the business and community sectors. Thank you for listening.
This concludes our presentation from Ms. Kalisha Chatter and Fallon Lade.